This is our poster presentation for our project detailing the monitoring of embryonic dunes on the Sandmotor and the possibility to use a drone for plant and dune monitoring.
This project was carried out over a period of 4 months by our project team. Our team consists of Lynn Eustons, Aoife Neville, Dua Wren and Jerry Clancy, with Aoife and Jerry presenting this portion of the presentation. As 1/3 of the Netherlands is below sea level and 9 million people live at the coast, the Dutch coastline has suffered huge losses of coastal erosion in the past. In the 1700s, defensive structures such as sea walls, breakwaters and groins were built to protect the coast. This was found to be non-sustainable, and in the 1950s, artificial sand nourishment was introduced. This was successful and became government policy. However, this needs to be replenished every 3 to 5 years and can destroy marine habitats and is also economically expensive. As a solution to this, the Sandmotor or sand engine was designed. Sand nourishment will only have to be completed every 20 years, ecological stress will decrease, and the shoreline will advance over 10 kilometres.
Dunes are important to the Dutch coastline for coastal protection against erosion. This project group is aiming to map the current layout of the embryonic dunes and pioneer plant species on the Sandmotor and compare to the results with previous analyses. Due to the increase in dune and plant areas, the manual GPS method is becoming time-consuming and difficult to execute in an economic manner. In order to maintain the speed and economic viability of the project, the possibility of using drones is being tested in this area. This is so it may be concluded whether or not the use of drones could replace the manual GPS recording methods. The goals of this project were as follows. Firstly, to record the distribution of embryonic dunes and plants on the southern and middle part of the Sandmotor and compare with previous years and with the other group, which recorded the northern portion of the Sandmotor. Secondly, was to analyse whether or not soil properties have any major influence on pioneer plant zonation. Finally, to determine whether a drone can be used as a viable alternative that can map embryonic dunes directly from the air with a view to increase efficiency of cost, personnel and time.
This project was made up of 2 major components, the mapping or GIS component and the laboratory component. The mapping component was further divided into a manual method and a drone method. As seen in figure 2, these laboratory, manual and drone methods were the 3 methods used to compile the advice report for the client Bass Arons. Salinity, grain size, moisture, soil organic matter content and field capacity were the soil parameters tested in the lab. These samples were collected on 2 separate visits to the Sandmotor from areas of sand couch, marram grass, lime grass and mixed species areas that varied in distance from the sea.
For the drone method, the drone was controlled using the Pix4D software program. A route was mapped out using the mobile app, and the drone took composite photographs of the area selected according to the preset parameters. Photographs were automatically stitched using the Pix4D software. This data was then used to create detailed georeferenced maps of the areas photographed.
The manual method entailed using a GPS to record dune areas, vegetation areas and plant points, and then using GIS to map this data. We classified the dune areas using the given protocol. Plant species and dune height were also recorded. When recording vegetation areas, percentage cover of plants was also noted. When this data was visualized on ArcGIS, it was compared with both the drone method and the data collected in 2015 by the manual method.
For the manual method results, it has been observed that the prevalence of dunes has increased on the Sandmotor since the last set of analyses in 2015. This can be seen in figure 3. In total, 109 embryonic dunes were recorded on the southern part of the Sandmotor. 187 plant points and 9 vegetation areas were also recorded. Dunes where sand couch and marram grass coexist were recorded for the first time, as these were not present in previous years. For the lab results, High salinity was observed in areas containing sand couch, and lower salinity levels were recorded in areas where marram and limegrass were growing. High moisture levels were recorded in marram grass and limegrass areas, while sand couch areas had low moisture levels. Mixed species areas contained moderate salinity and moisture levels. Soil organic matter content, field capacity, and grain size were found not to have any effect on the distribution of various plant species at the Sandmotor. These results highlight the clear reasons for the high rate of zonation.
By using the drone, it was found that plant species could be identified from a height of 10 metres, but not from above this height. This can be seen in Figure 4. However, plant areas could not be identified from the drone images. The drone records of the dunes differed from those recorded by the manual method. The differences in the polygons can be seen here in Figure 5. As you can see, the drone polygons seem more naturally shaped compared to the manual polygons. The short battery life and inability to fly the drone in rainfall and in high winds affected when the area could be monitored using the drone. When comparing the use of the drone with the manual method, it was observed that the time needed to monitor the air was significantly reduced by using the drone. This was in particular aided by the Pix4D program, which allowed automated drone flying and picture stitching. It would be recommended to use the drone for further Sandmotor analysis when the weather conditions are suitable. For example, in the harsh winter months, the manual method may be more viable than using the drone. An automated drone flying and photo stitching program like Pix4D would be highly recommended. This makes the process a lot easier for the user.
Another recommendation would be more frequent Sandmotor analysis, as the dune areas have grown quite rapidly since 2015. This will be made much easier with the use of a drone and the Pix4D software. Also, when soil samples are collected, they should be collected all on the same day, and replicas should also be collected to ensure the reliability of results, as taking samples on separate days could lead to huge discrepancies in lab results.
Further information can be found on our WordPress blog, Sandmotor Group A.
Here you can find a week-by-week record of how we completed the project as well as a picture gallery.
Thank you for your time.